Hi guys, what's up? Tori here. As you guys probably noticed, there was no 37-week pregnancy update video. And if you guys notice me sitting here now, you can probably tell there's something missing here. um, this video is to announce the arrival of my baby girl. She is currently sleeping over there in the swing, so I will show her to you at the end of the video. I will take the camera off and go show her to you. But yes, baby girl is here, so I am here to say welcome to the world, Miss Braylee Joy Fairbanks. She was born on Sunday, November 22 at 9:39 a.m., weighing 4 pounds, 13 ounces, and she is 17 inches long. So she is a bitty little peanut, but overall in really good health and doing well, and I'm doing well. Basically, I'm just gonna tell you guys kind of the lowdown of what happened without going into the full labor story at this point. I will do a full labor and delivery story video in a separate video from this, just to not make this one too long, but a basic summary of what went down is I'm pretty sure in my last pregnancy update video I had mentioned to you guys that I had a maternal fetal medicine appointment coming up on that Friday. And that was going to be kind of the appointment that would determine when it would be that I would get induced. Well, at that appointment, they did, the ultrasound growth check on her, and they they estimated her at about 4 pounds, 11 ounces, which wasn't up very much from her previous 4 pounds, 5 ounces that they estimated her to be. So basically her growth had stalled out, and because of that, the doctor said that it is better to have her be delivered and to have her start growing on the outside than it is to keep her on the inside, because the fact that her growth was stalled and slowing down, it was also a sign that potentially like the placenta was starting to be done with functioning and stuff. So they just determined that it was better to get her out. So he told me that because I was going to be 37 weeks the next day, that Saturday, that the next day I would be going in to be induced. So I ended up going in, and I ended up delivering here at our local hospital, which was great. But I ended up going in at 5:00 p.m. the next day, that Saturday, at exactly 37 weeks pregnant. Ended up going in to be induced, and I wasn't induced exactly at 5:00 because we got there, they told us to be there at 4:30, and it probably was honestly like a little after 5 before they actually started the whole process. And like I said, I went in to be induced, and she ended up being born at 9:39 a.m. the next morning, and she came fast and furious. I did not even get time for an epidural at all. Because at the time they told me was a good time to get my epidural, I literally went from being 5 centimeters dilated to delivering her within the next 39 minutes. Like, the anesthesiologist did not have time to get there because it was a Sunday, so they didn't have one on site, so he had to come from his home, which I guess this particular anesthesiologist doesn't live far from the hospital, but it was still one of those, like, he had to come in, and he didn't make it. It went all really, really fast, and she ended up coming really, really fast. I did end up getting a 2nd-degree tear that had to have 5 stitches, so it did make me a little more sore, but overall her delivery went really well, really smooth. There was no complications even with my centuriate lobed placenta. The placenta that has 2 parts to it, even with that, it came out easy peasy, no issues, nothing got left behind or anything like that. Matt actually saw it. I did not see it at all because I was because they put her right up on me on my chest for skin to skin and all of that. So, but yeah, her birth ended up going, totally not in the way I expected it at all, but it was totally smooth, and honestly, it was definitely quite the experience, and something I will never forget, for sure. The feeling of delivering a child naturally without any pain meds, like, there is no other feeling in the world like it. Like, it just, I can't even describe it. It just is that crazy. But yeah, so like I said, her birth went great, and they put her right up on me, and she had no issues. Other than the tear, I had no major issues. Everything went good, and so far her and I have both been doing well. I've been healing really good. I was definitely pretty sore for a few days, and now I'm not having so much pain at all anymore. I mean, I'm almost a week postpartum tomorrow. She'll be a week old tomorrow already, which is crazy. But I'm not really having so much pain anymore. Every once in a while I'll feel a little bit, but not anything like bad where I feel like I need to take meds or anything like that. But I'm overall feeling good. Her and I definitely have had our struggles with nursing. She started off nursing super, super good, and then when my milk started coming in, she had a hard time, and then all of a sudden she started doing really good again, and then now all of a sudden we're kind of having a difficult time again. So the nursing thing has kind of been a little hit and miss. My milk has fully come in, like I have a good milk supply and all that, so like whenever I can't, like I always try to get her to latch and get her to nurse, and if I don't get her to nurse good, then I just pump it off and give it to her that way, because it's still like we need to get that in her. She's already had her first visit with a pediatrician, and we had a weight check on Friday. Her first visit with the pediatrician was Tuesday. We got discharged Monday, like late afternoon on Monday is when we got discharged. So then Tuesday morning is when I took her to her first visit with a pediatrician. And then they wanted to do, she had dropped to 4 pounds 8 ounces from her 4 pounds 13 ounce birth weight, which I mean is normal for a breastfed baby. But because she's so tiny, they want to make sure she goes up in weight. So then we had a weight check yesterday on Friday, and she was up to 4 pounds 10 ounces, which is good that she at least put on weight. And she was like right on like that line of like of almost putting on enough weight where they're really content, but not quite there. So like so I'm doing another weight check on Monday on her, and so like that's why I'm like, even if I can't get her to latch good on me, I've been pumping some off and just giving her that, because I still want her to get stuff in her system, so that way she is putting on weight and doing good that way. So that's kind of what's been going on with that. But otherwise, the first 2 nights home were really rough. We did not really sleep at all those first 2 nights home. The first night, I think in general, was just kind of a bit of an adjustment, and she definitely was doing some cluster feeding. Like that whole night, she either just wanted to feed or just be held and cuddled. Like she didn't want to lay down and sleep at all. I honestly got to a breaking point of just sleeping. I slept for maybe a couple hours with her skin to skin on me, and like I basically just kind of put her in a way where I knew she was safe on me, where I was kind of upright, she was kind of upright. Like I just kind of broke down and got to that point because she wouldn't lay down. And like that first night, like I think and she had her day, I think it was also a bit of having her days and nights mixed up too, kind of thing. So that first night was rough from that standpoint. And then the second night I think was rough because I think my milk was starting to come in, and so it changed my breast. So she wasn't wanting to nurse good, so she was hungry, so thus like laying her down to go to sleep wasn't really happening. So literally got pretty much no sleep that second night. And then finally it was that next night that like she actually slept good, and the only times that I was awake were when I would get up to go feed her. So the first 2 nights were really rough, but now these last couple nights have been much better. The only times I've gotten up have been getting up to feed her, kind of thing. So have been getting much better sleep now these last couple of nights. But overall, other than the nursing struggles that we've been having, like she's overall a really content baby. Like she sleeps and she has her little awake periods where she'll just kind of look around and all of that. But overall, she is really content and really a pretty good baby. And the only times that she cries is she cries when she has her diaper changed. She cries pretty good for a bath, and she obviously will cry like when it's time for feeding because she gets hungry. So like honestly, those are the only times she really cries. Otherwise, like she doesn't cry a lot. Like she's not a super upset baby or anything. But yeah, so this is just kind of a welcome to the world video for her. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take the camera off, and I'm going to switch it, and I will go over and bring you guys over to, I'm switching it. So here she is over in the swing. She is so tiny, you can hardly see her because her blanket is covering her, and she's covering her little face. But here she is. Say hi, Braylee. She is out. I'll lift her head up so you can kind of see her hair. She doesn't have a super ton of hair, but she does have a little bit there. But yeah, her favorite spot is definitely, I mean, she'll chill just about anywhere. Like I said, she's a pretty content little baby, but this has kind of been her go-to spot. But yeah, she is so sweet, so perfect. I will maybe try to tack on a couple of pictures at the end of this video too, from like the day she was born and stuff, just so you guys can see some like better pictures and stuff of her. I just didn't want to get her out and bother her because, you know, she's so content. So there she is. And we are so happy to have her here and have her healthy. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. I might tack on a few pictures after this, but otherwise I'm going to end this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next video where I will do more of a labor and delivery story type video. So talk to you guys later. Bye.